Now, I'm really hoping that this has been effective. Hell yeah, okay. In between episodes, I decided that I was gonna change this room up a bit, and I was gonna make a sugarcane farm underneath it. Whoa, isn't that so cool? That means now we have the sugar, we have the eggs over here, and of course... Oh, I just shut the door on myself. And we have the very big pumpkin patch, which I have made even bigger in between episodes, just because I felt like the area could use it, you know? And I'm going to be eating a lot of pumpkin pie, so hopefully this is enough to feed a deer. Who knows? Anyway, you may notice that, baby, it's cold outside. Sorry, I will stop. I will never sing again. Today is going to be the last episode of the year, which is crazy. I don't know when this is going to come out, but Merry Christmas maybe? This might be a Happy New Year? Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, for today's plans, last episode, I brought some villagers over from a neighbouring village after all of the guys here had died. Still don't know how that happened, but we have one guy in here, and two guys buried in this hole. Hey dudes, how you doing? Listen, we'll put you to work eventually. Anyways, that means that there is a lot for us to do today. I really have this thing in Minecraft where I really want everything to have a build to match its purpose, so I'm not a person who makes progress really easily, because I really want to make like a breeder today, but to do that we're going to need to decorate it with a fancy building first. And then I also plan to get a weaponsmith and an armorsmith and a toolsmith, and those three will also need like their own building, so by the end of today, hopefully this sign will make a bit more sense, and we'll have like a proper village starting, you know? I don't really know if one house counts as a village yet, so I guess it does make sense that we start with the breeder, to which I have not gathered all the materials that I need. I also think I'll need to flatten this place a bit. I'm not really sure, I'm still working things out. We probably will have to tear down a few buildings though. So yeah. I'll be back with you after I've gotten the materials. Okay, I am really hoping that when I look in this book, it just says Silk Touch and everything is perfect. It does not say Silk Touch. Not seeing any Silk Touch, that sucks. Still not seeing it. Ah, Silk Touch. Nope. Okay. Please. Nope. Okay. Nope. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice. We have a Silk Touch axe. Awesome. I know that before, I think I said that I was going to gather materials. I realised I'm building out of some mushroom related blocks and I need Silk Touch for that, so we've got it now. That's exciting. We love that. Now, I guess we have to head to the mushroom forest and, you know, start the real collecting. Well, as you can see, I've got my materials over here. As you can see, I mean, there's quite a lot of different colours in this build. It's like, it's going to be really small, but it's going to be very detailed, very colourful. It's time for us to build our second building in the village. So, I was meant to build the breeder, right? That's what we agreed, right? But yeah, no, I ended up building the building where my villagers are gonna go instead. And I don't really know how that happened. I guess I just got confused and built this. So yeah, there goes the flow of my episode, because now we're gonna have like 2 builds back to back, but whatever. Let me show you what I've done. This view right here is actually the back of the building. That's why it's a bit more plain. This is the front of my little place. I love it. I feel like when the terrain here is a bit more complete, it will look a lot better. Okay, my favorite thing about this build is the interior. We have this little section here for our armorer, I think, and then in here we have the toolsmith and the weaponsmith. But it's just a really, really cozy little interior. I love it. I love it. Okay, making that confused me so much because I think I gathered the materials for the wrong build, but like the materials were close enough that I ended up being able to use them for this build. But it's like now I don't know if I have enough for this build because I've used this build's materials for this build. Sorry, I'm saying a lot of gibberish that probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, I messed up. So I know that we're going into another time lapse really quickly, but I can't really continue with this until I have villagers, and I need to breed up some villagers for that. That's why I was going to build the breeder first, but, you know, I'm stupid. Okay, so let's do what I said that we would do like 2 minutes ago, and let's build the breeder. Woo! Hello, hello, hello! I am so proud of this. This is probably like my favorite build on this world so far. Look at it. I love this building so much. I don't really know how to... I don't know why I love it so much. I really do. And I feel like this whole scene right here just feels so like immersive. It will feel a lot better when I've moved the chests out of the way, but isn't this so cute? I love this. I feel like we have really achieved our goal of making this feel a bit more like a village today. Like from this angle here, it feels like a village. Maybe it doesn't feel quite as much like a village from this angle, but still, I love it. For me, one of the goals that I have in this village is to use sightlines a lot, and I want to make it so that, like, it always feels like there's buildings around you, because wherever there would be, like, a gap, there's a building there, you know? This is just 3 buildings, but it feels really full, because I'm blocking that space off from the building, you know? But if I was to build that somewhere else, it would feel a lot less full. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm not like a great builder. So we have the building here. Now I need to bring my villagers over, which hopefully shouldn't be too hard. Hello, guys. You're gonna get kidnapped again. But this time, you're gonna live there forever, okay? Now, I've prepared a little room for you guys where you can do your stuff. So these two, hopefully, will be staying up here. If I can do this right. Ah! Oh no! Oh god. Ah! Now, I need this guy to sleep in here. And I think he found a different bed that he likes, so... Now I've got to destroy and replace every bed in the village. Oh my god. I need to stop fooling! Are you sleeping? Yeah, they're both sleeping. Okay. Nice. Awesome. So in theory, if I just give them enough bread, then they should breed and a child should pop out, you know? Everything should go perfectly because I built this totally correctly and nothing ever goes wrong. There we go. Hey kid, I don't know what this kid is gonna be. Oh. Oh, did I build this wrong? That's embarrassing. Wow. Oi! Oi, get back here! Oi! That wasn't meant to happen. Okay. Right, so... I need to fix that, huh? Maybe I just need to have a trapdoor there. And then if we have like an extra one in the corner, so we can flick that to let them go. There we go, okay. I've solved it guys, I've solved it. I think this guy can live in here. I'm gonna have to block off the door. And then I think he should stay there, but I don't know, because this guy's an escape artist. There we go. Villager 1. Okay. Awesome. Can you guys have a second child so that I can do another example without it being ridiculous? Do you take pumpkin pie? No. Okay, sorry. Okay. I've just collected my wheat, so I have to wait a bit for that bread. So I built this circus like 2 months ago, and it still doesn't have an inside. So I figure while I wait for my wheat to grow and for that baby to grow up, maybe we could do the inside of this. So, oh, it's snowing. Aw, that's so sweet. Actually, I think it might be thunder. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's do the inside of the circus. I've got to sleep. Hello. You can see now, because of these chests, that it's Christmas. Well, it's Christmas Eve, but same thing really. I remember in the first episode, I had some chests that looked like this, so it's been a year, guys. It's been a year on this world, isn't that crazy? Anyways, I want to show you the little interior that I've done. It's technically not finished. I really wanted a lot of banners everywhere, but my sheep do not produce like enough wool for me to put all the banners up, so we're gonna work on that over time. I was trying to think of like a use for this, because like I said, I like it when everything that I build has a purpose. So for now, I've just sort of made this little bit that my horse can go into, and we can release it. It's not really like the most interesting thing, but I guess my horse lives in a circus now. If I was part of like an SMP and I built this on there, then like, this would be a really cool place to do things. In single player, it's a bit less impressive, but I like it. Now, before the episode ends, I want to put all my villagers in the right places, and hopefully have none of them escape this time. While we've been, you know, building the circus's insides, I've been breeding up the villagers quite a bit. Please let me sleep. Watching it back, I didn't really explain the breeder that well. Basically, up here you have the villagers, these two, that are gonna stay here forever, and I feed them a bunch of bread, and then a baby drops down. And then, there's a cobweb here so they don't take any fall damage, but then they just grow up in this little tube, and once they've grown up, I can release them. Very, very slowly. Almost there. Almost. There we go. And now that they're adults, none of them should be escaping. So this little rail bit that comes out here is because if you press this note block here, I think I'm just hitting the villagers instead of the note block. Right, that's a bit of an oversight. Does it still work if I just press it there? Yeah, you see, a villager gets put in a minecart, and they go out here, but yeah. So yeah, I put the minecarts in here. It was a barrel, but I made it a crafter, so that none of them look at it and go, ooh, I want to be a fisherman. There we go. And then I can lead this guy inside. And then if I destroy... Let me just check. Yeah, okay. Now if I destroy these 2 minecarts, I'm really hoping that these guys head over here. There we go. And now these 2 should be stuck back there, and they're gonna give us tools and weapons. Awesome! So we have an armorer, a toolsmith, and a weaponsmith. Great. Only issue is, I don't have any emeralds, and that's where this last guy comes in. Because this guy is gonna be a farmer. There we go. You just needed a little encouragement. That was perfect. Wow, okay. Also... Oh, I should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming. Good. Awesome. And honestly, that's all I had planned for today. We built this, and we've built this. And we have 4 new villagers ready in their place. I was gonna upgrade them a lot today, but it's Christmas Eve. I want to get this out. Now, next time is gonna be really fun. I think I'm gonna try to kill the dragon next episode. It's been a bit of a short episode today, considering how much we've done, but I will see you next time. Merry Christmas. Bye!